What if I told you that breakfast being the most important meal of the day was wrong?
It's one of those things where when you go without the food, it really strengthens your cells.
I just got done fasting for 86 hours. I feel like a superhero. I feel incredible.
Don't eat for 18 hours.
That shit works.
And I fast for 16.
I'm not going to eat any food for 7 days. That's 168 hours. That's over 10,000 minutes. It's going to be intense. Started it 23 hours ago. I'm mentally starting it now. This is what I look like now. This is what we're starting with. It's just dawned on me that I'm not going to be eating anything for days. And that's a weird thought. You start having questions like, can I do this? Am I gonna get really hungry? Who knows? So before we go any further with this video, I just want to say, do not do what I did in this situation. Do not jump into it without any research and without speaking to a professional, because you're gonna save yourself a lot of headaches, a lot of side effects, and you're probably gonna have a much better time of fasting. I'm coming to Las Vegas today because I have some work to do. It is day 2 of the fast, and it's not an issue. I'm not hungry at all. The only time I struggled a little bit was last night. Kelly was eating dinner and I kind of missed having dinner as a habit, but I'm fine. I'm not exhausted or tired or whatever. It's interesting. It's an interesting experiment. Day 3, not hungry. Wild. I want to eat because I want the feeling of eating. You know, I don't feel any more energetic. It's day 3 in 2 hours. Apparently that's when all the energy hits. Not felt any energy, hungry. It just feels like, oh, I just don't eat now. I bought these. They're just like electrolyte mixes. That's just in case I get any cramps. You know that feeling when you're just really hungry. If that's what it's going to be like for 7 days, I don't want to do this. Day 3, recap. Going easy again.
And to be fair, I generally sit there because the only thing I'm really focusing on is you.
As it should be. As of now, it's 7 minutes past midnight. It's the 18th of December. When did I eat?
We went to Fuku Burger around 9:30 on the 14th, which is a Thursday. So technically, on the 21st, which is this next Thursday, so it would be 7 days, you could eat after 10 p.m. and you will have fasted for exactly
7 days. Are you up for that?
I always want to go to Fuku Burger.
So,
We're not getting paid to endorse them. They're just that good.
I'm feeling pretty rubbish right now. It's that you get you chew your jaw, you chew. I can't talk. So it's day 2 and I feel terrible. No, wait, it's day 4. So this is day 4 now and I don't feel good. I feel weak, tired, hungry. Like I feel hungry, I feel hunger and I can't eat. The fact that I've got a lot left of this, of just not eating, my jaw is aching so much this morning. I looked it up because apparently when you fast, you chew at night. I've got a huge headache because of it. I'm on my way to get some electrolytes because I took some yesterday and it made me feel good for like an hour. Hopefully if I get some electrolytes, I'll suddenly feel fine. Almost made me break my fast. I'd get that one. If I were to eat something, I'd get that. That's what I want. Instead, electrolytes. Thank you for doing this. I'm fasting, feeling pretty rubbish. So I thought I'd speak to a world certified health coach. Don't think I questioned enough if this was a safe thing to do before I did it.
Always important to think about it before you actually jump into it, because there are some things to consider. So I'm going to ask you, let's start off by that. Why are you fasting? Is it intermittent? Is it complete fast? Are you getting some liquids in there? Talk a little bit about what that looks like.
I was just already 23 hours fasted and I thought, well, I bet I could do this for another 6 days. Probably didn't do enough research into it other than watching a couple of YouTube videos, and it's very good for you. And I thought,
Why not? I bet I could.
I've done more than 20 fasts in my life. And I can tell you that some of them were great. The energy that came from it. There were times when I didn't. And I felt like crap the whole time. It's a stressful thing to fast. It's really easy to get lightheaded because of low blood sugar.
I get lightheaded all the time.
And you continue to get very lightheaded. Your insulin levels are really low. You want to be really careful of that because that could be dangerous. You are releasing a lot of toxins. You're releasing the glucose. The longer you go, you're breaking things down in your body, and why you want water. Flush out a lot of the toxins that you're allowing your body to get rid of. But what happens usually around the 2 to 3 day mark, that ketosis, getting to the fat tissues, those are breaking down. And what's happening is the ketosis, it's actually splitting the fat cells so that they can release energy, because that's what they were stored in the first place. As you go along, it's just going to continue to break down all the different fat tissues. Having a doctor to do this with is so important, because someone like you who really has a lean mass, you don't really have a huge fat content in your body. Sorry, I know you like to eat those donuts. You don't have a lot to spare. So if you're going to continue this on for a long period of time, you don't want the body to draw fat from what is protecting your organs. But if you go on to do a fast longer than need be, it's going to start taking those fat tissues from places that you don't want it to, because some fat is good for the protection of your body. The dizzy part, I would be concerned about if it persists.
The conversation with Roxanne was amazing. She is a wealth of knowledge, and it was so good to hear and learn what was going on in my body. We spoke a lot about the mental side of things, which is a huge side of this. I would say this is mostly been a mental fight rather than a physical. My recommendation is that you should be in a good place mentally before jumping into this, because it's a mental battle and you want to prepare your body to get the most out of it. You want to do the things that are going to gain the most results, and I would say speak to a professional and make sure that mentally you are in a good place before you start something like this, because it is hard. So today is day 5 and I'm going out to a social event. I'm meeting a lot of Kelly's co-workers, which is really cool. Very excited to do that. I feel like I may pass out at any moment. I feel good, like my energy's high, I feel healthy. It's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight. I want to eat. I'd eat anything at this point. Kelly's getting her dinner out the oven. And I've said I don't mind her eating in front of me, but I'm really hungry, and all I can think about is food. At the beginning of this, I said, if I'm just going to be really hungry the whole time, that's going to suck. I'm feeling pretty hungry all the time. Today is day 6, which is great because day 7 is tomorrow, and that's my eating day. All the other videos I saw were saying, oh, past day 2 and 3, you just feel great the whole time. My jaw is killing me every night. I've got really bad headache. If I stand up too quickly, I get really faint and lose my vision. Sometimes I just get really dizzy. It's not getting easier, it's getting harder all the time. It's such a challenge mentally. I know this is a kind of crazy thing to say. Because it's getting harder, it's weirdly made me feel prouder of myself because it's harder. I know that's a weird thing to say, but I did not do enough research into this before I started. But yeah, it's day 6, and to conclude that, it's getting really hard and I'm really hungry. That's the end of it. Oh man, yeah. 24 hours left. Feeling hungry. Day 7. Here we are in the bathroom where we first started it all. I couldn't walk up a few flights of stairs today, so that was an interesting experience. Felt super lightheaded, had to take a break. But we're going out to see a show in a bit, then going out to dinner, so I wanted to do this just before I break my fast. I'm not going to spend any more time on this because I'm hungry and I want to go get my food.
Are you excited about eating?
The act of eating is so exciting to me. It's actually past 7 days now. Let's go to Fuku Burger.
been 7 weeks, 1 hour and 28 minutes. I'm gonna eat for the first time.
So, 7 days of not eating. My word. It was hard. It was really hard. It was really difficult. Eating tasted amazing when I first ate. It was fantastic. I will remember that moment for maybe as long as I live. Who knows? That first bite. That being said, I don't think I'll do this again. It was really hard. And I didn't really see benefit past day 3. It felt like there were a lot of good things happening to me in my body on the first few days. But then it was downhill. Maybe that's because I didn't prepare enough. I'm not sure. But, you know, I would say as a takeaway, I'm glad I've done it. And I'm glad I've gone for such a long period without food. Because, you know, it's a first for me. I was thinking on day 6 or 7, like, this is the emptiest my stomach has ever been all my life, which is a crazy thought. If you fasted and you've had a different experience to me, I would love to know about it in the comments, because everyone else is saying how wonderful fasting is, and I found it sucked. I found it sucked. But I'd love to hear your experiences, and if you've got any questions, feel free to ask in the comments. I'm pretty good at replying to comments. But I hope this has been educational. I hope you find it helpful. But until next time, thanks for watching.